Welcome to Coding with T, and I'm your host, Tiffany.
Hey Codies, quick disclaimer. From this point on, I'll be dropping videos every Monday and Wednesday at 3:30 Central Time, so stay tuned. In this video, we will be working with interfaces. Interfaces are similar to abstract classes in the way that they cannot be instantiated. Interfaces must be implemented by classes or extended by other interfaces. One of the key differences between an interface and an abstract class is that a class can only extend one abstract class, but can implement multiple interfaces. So I'll show you in just a minute how this works. Moving on. I've already created an interface demonstration program. Now it's time to start coding. First thing we're going to do is create an interface. I'm going to name it C interface. Now in our C interface file, I'm going to create a int field and I'm going to name it value, and I'm going to assign a value 9 to it. On the next line, I'm going to create a void method, and I'm going to name it do something. As the name states, this method will do something. Now we're going to create a class. We're going to name our class Cody's class. If you're wondering why I am deleting the access modifiers, meaning the keyword public, it's because the modifiers does not have to be specified. And I just wanted to show you all our program will work without it. Now I'm going to type implement C interface. This line indicates the relationship between these two files. Inside of our Cody's class that implements C interface, we're going to override the original do something method. Our overrided do something method will display a print statement. Now I'm going to slow things down for a minute because I want to be clear about what's happening. We created a do something method in the C interface file, but it does not have a body. As of right now, it's just a method. Now in our Cody's class, we have created a body, and we did that by using the override annotation. Basically, the override annotation along with the method tells the compiler the instructions to our method, meaning the body is created in our Cody's class, and our Cody's class has been connected to our C interface. If you're confused by this, drop me a comment and I'll respond. Now, back in our main, we're going to create a Cody's object. It's showing red, so let me go back to see what I've done wrong. Okay, so if you've been watching my videos up to this point, you probably know how important packages are. Remember, you only have access to the files stored within the same package. Therefore, I'm going to copy and paste the package information into each file. You know what? Scratch that. I'm going to drop each file into the correct package folder, and I'm going to do a refactor. Okay, now we should be able to create our Cody's class object. I'm going to name it obj1 and instantiate it to new Cody's class. On the next line, we're going to use our class object, which is obj1, to access our do something method. I'm going to run our program just to make sure everything is working correctly. Cool, it works correctly, but I wasn't aware a part of my message was changed, so I'm going to go back to make some changes. Okay, now that prints as expected. Now I'm going to create another print statement. In order for us to access the value of the field that was created in our interface file, we type CInterface, we use the dot operator, and value. We don't use obj1 to access the value because constants in interfaces are all static. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. After all, I'm here to help. Let's run our program. And voila, it works. I'm going to add to our program to show you how static and default methods operate. So I'm going to go back to our CInterface file. And we're going to create a public static void method. I'll probably end up taking the public part out later, but for now, we're going to name it a static method. Inside of our method, we're going to print a statement. The print statement lets us know where our static method is located. Then we're going to create a default method. It's going to have a void return type, and I'm going to name it a default method. Inside of our method, I'm going to type a print statement, kind of like I did for our static method. Now we're going to jump back to our main file. Then I'm going to use the obj1, the dot operator, to call the aDefault method. I'm also going to make a call to our aStatic method by using the interface name, which is CInterface, the dot operator, aStatic method. Let's run our program. And voila, it works. As you can probably see, we were able to add method implementation in our interfaces, but it must be either static or a default method. So yeah, Java added static and default method capabilities to interfaces mainly to ensure binary capabilities. And binary capabilities just means that if you change your interface, you're not required to change the classes that implements it. And in this case, it's implemented in our CCodes class. Okay, Codies, we're going to end it here. If this video helped you out, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit that notification button, and also drop a comment and share the video. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.